Oh, g'day gang. A little bit of an update on the Voxy. I had started to reassemble it. So the head is back, all been cleaned up nice, serviced. I fitted the fuel rail in, which you can see is not in there at the moment. When I fitted the head on, but prior to that I needed to sort out that little problem right there. So can you see that? There we go, you can see that. So that there is a crack. There was a crack, and that would have been why the head gasket blew, or why the head gasket failed. There's a couple of more things I've got to tell you about this thing. Now I've put DevCon in there, which I guess is kind of like a JB Weld in America, but I dug that out in there and filled it full of the putty. 16 hours to dry, and then I filed it nice, and we're nice now. You can't feel that. It looks beautiful. What I did, as I said, I fitted the head on, and you've got to fit the fuel rail before you can put the head on, because here's where the injectors plug into, and it's right behind. So I sat the head on, I sat the cams in it, which, well, you have to do that. I was about to feed the timing chain back up, and I thought to myself, I'm going to plug those injectors in now whilst I have the opportunity, and there's lots of things, because there's a mountain of things that go around the back here. So I figured I might just plug these injectors in, and although they're quite awkward to get from the top, from underneath you can access them fairly well. But in the process, I clip this fella on, and 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 if you have a look, see how it's all cattywampus there? I don't know why that is, but in the process of clipping on the injector, we did this. Yeah, she came apart. And here's the fantastic part. That's the only bit right there that there. That's the only bit that holds that on. Just that one little tiny bit there. Now, because this is a import, sorry about the traffic noise. Because it's an import, injectors aren't readily available here, so we had to get some second-hand ones, and they're coming from China. And yep, they're coming from China. They may be due to be here sort of sometime soon. And just put this back on here. Someone had said, I think it might have, no, I can't remember, it might have been a Missouri old timer, said, is it awkward? Is it a bit of a bugger, that job, you know? Well, yes, it is. Number one, you're sort of working underneath this little shelter here, that one right there. bending over all the time, of course, which is not fun, but that's what we do. Now, a funny story about this vehicle is that when it left Japan, it went to Malaysia. When it left Japan, it had 50,000 kilometres on it. It now has 70,000 kilometres on the clock. I can't show you because it's all digital. So this has got 70,000 kilometres on it. It left Japan with 50,000 kilometres, and you think that sounds not so foul. That sounds all right. The thing is, when it got to Malaysia, when it left Malaysia, it had 160,000 kilometres on it. When it landed in when it left Malaysia, it had 160,000 kilometres on it. That's 100,000 miles for those who speak inches. And then when these people bought it, it had 70. So the guys trimmed 90,000 Ks off the Speedo, and that kind of makes you understand why the thing is so dirty inside. When I say dirty inside, I haven't started to clean this up yet, but that's supposed to be 70,000 kilometres and well maintained and serviced. But that, look at it's just black in there. That's nearly 200,000 clicks. So that's why things have taken their time here. But anyways, so that's the story on the Voxy for the minute, and I can't do too much about it until the time comes when those injectors turn up. I can then plug them into the head and slip the head on and try again. Have yourselves a good one. Check you later.